What's going on, guys? Going to go over my top 6 MLB plays yet again today. Today's August 4th, 2024, and we haven't missed an upload yet in August, so hopefully we can keep going at that rate. I'm sure I'll end up missing one or two, but as long as we can get 27, 28 uploads this month, I'm very happy. Ever since the motorcycle accident, those that know, was in a motorcycle accident, had to have surgery. Been troublesome, but trying to get back into the groove of things every single day, and I'm loving these 6 props today. So let me know in the comments down below, guys. Are you liking these top 6 plays of the day where you can actually make a 5 pick or a 6 pick on it? Or do you prefer when I only do 3 or 4 props and just go super in depth on those 3 or 4 props? I try and go in depth still with the 6 picks, but obviously there's a time frame. I don't want to like make a 30-minute video, so it's a little bit cut off. But just let me know. Do you guys prefer 6 picks, 5 picks, 3? How do you guys prefer it? Just let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button if you want daily videos as well. But let's go 6 for 6 today. Let's hit the 6 pick and let's just have lots of profit today. Yesterday in VIP, if you guys are interested, $20 a month, money back guarantee if you lose on your first day. And yesterday we absolutely crushed it. So we swept on Chalkboard. I played 2 bankroll builders for 1.6x each, cashed both of those. And then we actually swept over on UnderDog. I hate that Ursula didn't play, but every other prop hit. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-0. And made a lot of profit over there. So definitely recommend signing up, guys. And if you actually sign up to UnderDog Fantasy and use code TTL when you sign up, when you make your first deposit, you get a $250 match as well as a free month of VIP to come test out the slips. So that's what I personally recommend, but we do have the money back guarantee as well. But let's get into our picks for today. Our first pick is going to be Bryce Harper under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI versus the Mariners. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, Bryce Harper is one of those players that I hate taking his under, just because it's Bryce Harper. He can hit a home run at any given moment, you know. But I do like this matchup for him to go under. I like him to go under based on how he's been playing recently. So definitely going to take the under here. This starts at 4:10 p.m., so plenty of time to get it in. And let's go ahead and take a look at our partner's Outlier and see what those stats are for Bryce Harper. So you can actually use my link in the pinned comment for a free week of Outlier to test it out as well. Highly recommend it. But over his last 5 games, Harper has stayed under in all 5 with a max of just 1 hit in his last game yesterday. Over his last 10, he's went under in 8 out of 10 games with a median of 0 and an average of 0.7 HRR. In the head-to-head matchup, he's gone under in both games versus the Mariners this year, which were actually yesterday and the day before. And then in 2024, he's going under in 47% of games. But again, that recency bias, like halfway through the season, it's just been downhill. And we can take a look at just away games, 46%, 19 of 41. And we can take a look at the insights from Outlier as well. He's failed to exceed this in 6 straight games with an average of 0.2. So I really like this recency bias that we have on his recent games where he just hasn't gone under. I mean, hasn't gone over 1.5 hits, runs, RBI. He's averaging around 4 plate appearances per game, which is pretty normal. And we can take a look and see versus Logan Gilbert. He actually has 2 plate appearances and his batting average is 0. He didn't get a single hit. Bryce Harper versus right-handed pitchers actually goes way down as well. His batting average goes from a .271 all the way down to a .254. And Logan Gilbert's earned run average goes down from a 3.11 to a 2.92. So I'm loving this matchup. Everything points to the under here. Let's lock it in. Bryce Harper under 1.5 HRR. And let's head on to our second play of the day. Our second play of the day is going to be Brandon Nimmo under 1.5 total bases. So this is versus the Angels today. I'm really liking this matchup for him to go under. Again, the recency bias, he just hasn't been hitting this line very often recently. So let's go ahead and take a look at his stats, take a look at why I'm liking Brandon Nimmo's under. So under 1.5 bases right here. We can see over his last 5, 3 out of 5 unders. Over his last 10, 8 out of 10 games in his last 10, he's went under this. And in 2024, he's went under this in 60% of games, 62 of 104 games. In away games, 51%, 24 of 47. Our outlier insights on this play is he failed to exceed this in 15 of his last 17 games. So if we look at his last 20, 15 out of his last 20 games, he's went under this. So I really like the rate that he's going under. The Angels have Griffin Canning, who isn't a terrible pitcher. He's not great, but he's not terrible. We can take a look. Nimmo has 3 plate appearances versus Canning since 2018, and he has an batting average of .0, so he didn't get a single hit. We can also see Nimmo versus right-handed pitchers. His batting average goes from a .237 all the way down to a .218. All of his stats, his ISO, everything is going down. His total bases, he has 109 total bases over 337 plate appearances. So I'm really loving him to go under today, especially in this matchup. And I'm going to go ahead and lock it in. Brandon Nimmo under 1.5 total bases. Let's head on over to our third pick of the day. And this is the only popular play that we're going to take today. 3.7 thousand people have taken this. And we're taking Xavier Edwards over 7.5 hitter fantasy score versus the Braves. The Braves have Max Fried on the mound today. And honestly, Max Fried has just been so iffy this season. He's either hit or miss. He either does extremely well or extremely poor. You never really know which version of Fried you're gonna get this season. So I'm liking the over here, my bad, on Xavier Edwards, and the under on Max Fried is what I was gonna say. But I'm liking the over here on Xavier Edwards, 7.5 hitter fantasy score. And let's take a look at Outlier and type in his name and take a look at him. So we can see over his last 5 games, 4 out of 5 he's went over with an average of 10.8 fantasy points per game. Over his last 10, he's gone over in actually 9 out of 10 games with a 14.2 average. And in this season, he's gone over in 18 of 30 games that he's played. In away games, 86% of away games this season he's gone over. So 12 of 14 games this season. He actually went over yesterday with 9, 12 of 13 games on the road, over his last 13 games on the road. So absolutely phenomenal. 12 of 14 this season on the road. I don't think he's going to go under again today. I think he goes over. Loving this matchup versus Fried. And I say we just lock this in, guys. So really loving this matchup. Xavier Edwards over 7.5 fantasy score. Lock it in. And let's move on to our fourth play of the day. So our fourth play of the day is going to be Mitch Garver over 0.5 hits, runs, and RBI. Really loving this one. This is versus the Phillies. And let's go ahead and take a look at this play. So Garver, apply, over 0.5. And we can take a look. So in 2024, he's going over this in 51% of games, 46 of 90. At home, he's going over in 50%, so 20 of 40. And, give me one moment. Sorry, I apologize for that. 20 of 40 right there. And when we take a look at the insights, we can see he's failed to exceed 0.5 hits, runs, RBIs in 9 of his last 10 games. I think I may have accidentally clicked the over in the screenshot and meant to click under. So one moment, let me make sure that I didn't click the over in the actual play. Yeah, so I meant to click under on this for sure. So I do apologize for the delay here. Give me one moment. Okay, yeah, so Mitch Garver under 0.5 is what I meant to select. I apologize. But we can take a look. 2024, 49%, 44 of 90 games. At home, 50%, 20 of 40. And we can take a look. Mitch Garver has failed to exceed this in 9 of his last 10 games. And over 5 plate appearances versus Zach Wheeler. He only has 1 hit, no RBIs. and we could actually take a look. Mitch Garver versus right-handed pitchers goes from a .168 average to a .142, and his earned run average, Zach Wheeler's earned run average, goes from a 2.94 to a 1.75. So I do apologize. I meant to say under .5. Do not take the over. Take the under. Mitch Garver, .5 HRR. We can take a look over his last 5. He's going under in 4 out of 5. Last 10, under in 9 out of 10. And last 20, he's going under in 70%, 14 of 20. So I'm loving this. Versus right-handed pitchers this season, he's going under in 53%. Under in home games versus right-handed pitchers, 15 of 28. So I'm loving the under right here. Let's lock it in. Mitch Garver under .5 HRR. Let's go on to our fifth pick of the day. I almost said fourth and final. That's not even the final. And that's going to be Austin Hayes over .5 total bases. So this is on the Phillies versus the Mariners. And let's take a look at this one. So let me go ahead and search up Austin Hayes. And let's take a look. Over .5 total bases. Over his last 5 games, he's gone over in 4 straight. Last 10, 6 out of 10. Head-to-head matchup, he's going over in 7 out of 10. In 2024, he's gone over this in 56% of games and in 52% of away games. And when we take a look and we scroll down, he's exceeded this in 6 of his last 7. He's had 6 plate appearances versus Logan Gilbert with a .167 average with 1 total base. But I do like this today. He should get 4 plate appearances. Obviously 2 or 3 versus Gilbert. The others would be versus a different pitcher. But Austin Hayes, his batting average does go down versus right-handed pitchers from a .253 to a .214. But Logan Gilbert's earned run average does go up a little bit. I personally like this play. I like Austin Hayes, so I might be a little bit biased towards this. But I'm locking it in. Austin Hayes over .5 total bases. And then our 6th and our final play of the day is going to be Alex Verdugo under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. So let's take a look at this one as well. YouTube. Okay. Alex Verdugo under 1.5. In 2024, he's going under this in 54% of games, 58 of 107. At home, he's going under this in 69% of games, 35 of 51. He's going under in 4 of his last 5 games at home, 8 of his last 10. In the head-to-head matchup, he's going under in 7 of 10. Just absolutely beautiful. Alex Verdugo has failed to exceed this 8 of his last 9 games at home. So his batting average actually goes up slightly versus right-handed pitchers, but at home he's just been terrible this season. I'm going to go ahead and lock in the under, and that's going to be our 6th and final play of the day. Remember, guys, for Garver, take the under, not the over. So I accidentally selected the over in the screenshot, but I'm loving it. Let's lock it in, and I'll see you guys when we cash.